Dear Wittgenstein Initiatives, dear members of the board, I wanted to give you a brief report of my visit to the Wittgenstein hut this summer, to Scholden, and give you just a quick rundown. Of course, I contacted Andrea beforehand, who put me in touch with Bente and Knut Olaf, and then in turn Harald Wartne, so I went there with the best recommendations. And it did not feel like a regular visit, it felt more like a VIP visit. And I want to thank you for that. Now to the specifics. There's a meeting point that we met at, it's a camping site with our tour guide, Oddvin Sorheim. And then you stroll along for approximately 20 minutes to the house. And it's a wonderful opportunity to talk and to get to know about the history of the region, to get to know about the history of Wittgenstein's visits to the area, about his history with the house. So we very much enjoyed that. And then we arrived at the house, climbed up the hill to the house, which is very well done, impressively reconstructed there. What struck me the most was that you can see really and feel how Wittgenstein lived there and how he lived and worked there. You can really imagine him sitting there at his desk and writing his philosophical works. So for me, Wittgenstein's life became there very, very personal, very, very close, very near. And I had the feeling that I could experience it on a personal level. It's a very impressive spot, of course, and I have to say that the guiding service is really well done. Our tour guide also, he is a retired guy from the region, but he immersed himself into the history of Wittgenstein, and there were so many different aspects that he told us about. For me, so it's all in all, it's really, really well done. And it gives Wittgenstein also a very personal Norwegian note that I did not know beforehand, I have to say. And you realize that Wittgenstein found there in this particular place what he was looking for, apparently, and what he was looking for to be able to work on his philosophical thinking. Congratulations, and it's a wonderful place. Then afterwards I met with Ole Marius. He's the guy who, the architect who reassembled the house. And he also brought along an Austrian guy, a PhD student who studies in Oslo. Daniele Genna is his name. And so Ole Marius showed us on his computer all the different stages of reassembling the house, which was very, very interesting. And then Ole Marius and Daniele showed us around Scholden and showed us the different locations where Wittgenstein stayed with that family, and then also at the farmhouse where they still have Wittgenstein's room. So that was very impressive also. And then it was also very interesting to talk with Daniele Genna about the topic about Wittgenstein's work. He's writing his PhD about Wittgenstein, and about his philosophy of language. I'm not going to go into details because you know all that, but I didn't know it, about his philosophy of language, and that there is so much more to Wittgenstein's work than what we know or what is famous, the Tractatus Logicus. So all in all, to me, it was an eye-opener. It was a great experience. It was very personal, very deep, very much into Wittgenstein's life. You can totally imagine what he was doing there, how he was sitting there. It made him incredibly accessible, I have to say. And to me also, it showed how relevant he is today with his thinking, that there is so much more to life than just the Tractatus Logicus. I'm very grateful for that, and I congratulate you for this experience and for this tour guiding that you have on offer there, and that makes it possible to experience Wittgenstein in such a personal way. That's it. Thank you very much, and I wish you a productive meeting. Bye.